Hi, I'm Mr.D'Amore, a proud member and musical arranger of the award-winning Polish American String Band. What Mummery means to me is friends, family, musical endeavors, but most importantly, family. I have had the opportunity to do something with my family that most people say they never had. I've marched with my brothers, my father, and my godfather for a handful of years. We've got to do something so unique and only found in Philadelphia together. We've attended many rehearsals, many parades, many functions, events, concerts, and got to hang out with each other on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis. And to say that I've got to do that with them is remarkable. Being a Philadelphia member comes with many unique and amazing opportunities. My brothers and my godfather went to Hong Kong in 2007 to play in the Chinese New Year's parade. They came back and said it was one of the most greatest experiences of their life. Also, string bands have played in Shanghai, Canada, and all over the United States. Polish American personally played for Pope John Paul II in 1998. My father also played for Pope John Paul II when he was in Philadelphia many years ago. My father also played for President Gerald Ford, for mayors and governors, and I've personally got to play for President Barack Obama, mayors, governors, for members of the Philadelphia Phillies, members of government, just a lot of people. My oldest brother once was honored and privileged to play for the comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Being a Philadelphia mummer is very unique because you get to meet amazing people, but also you're doing it with your friends and family. Being an arranger for the string bands is a great opportunity, but also at the very same time, it's very chaotic. From mid-January all the way through January 1st, before you approach that judging area, your mind is constantly thinking of the theme and what you're writing for. When I first find out the theme, which is mainly in early February, right away I pull out my notebook and I start writing out ideas of songs and ideas that you could do stylistically and everything that could fit the theme, but also make you stand out. Now, there's hundreds of ideas that not just I, but everybody comes up with. And the theme committee sits down and puts together a show. My goal is to put the best music on paper to fit this show, to not just please the 8 to 10 judges that judge you for your 4.5 minutes, but to make, more importantly, to make the people, your spectators, your fans, happy. To me, the prizes are one thing. Yes, you want to do good, you want to get a good prize. Of course, it's great for morale, but it also makes your organization look better. But at the end of that 4.5 minutes, when you hear your fans and the crowd erupt in applause and screaming and yelling, it's the greatest feeling. I have to say, at a young age, I had no aspirations of being a musical arranger of a string band. I was in love with the idea of being a captain, a leader of an organization. Well, as I got older, that quickly changed. I was mentored by many people, many legends, Ray Malek, Herbie Smith, just to name a few. But the greatest mentor of my life was my father. He was musical director and arranger of the Durning String Band from the late 70s throughout the late 80s. His passion for music speaks volumes, and what he has handed down to me is amazing. He gives me ideas. He's also very honest with his opinions. He'll tell me if he thinks something doesn't sound right, or it could be improved, or just flatline stinks. But he's also not afraid to tell me what he thinks is great. As one of the arrangers for the Philadelphia String Bands, I have worked closely with many great people. Outside of the theme committees, there's designers, there's drill masters, there's musical directors, there's head of props, costumes. It's a great undertaking. Some of the designers I've worked with range from Russ Fama, David Regler, one of my closest friends, Tim Magenta, who's also a member of the Polish American String Band. Him and I were on the same page, but yet we're not. It's very unique. He comes up with his ideas, I come up with mine. I try to fit my music to his ideas. We spend a lot of time talking on the phone, talking in meetings, outside of meetings, after rehearsals, after jobs, and it's just a unique experience. And to sit down New Year's night and watch the TV coverage for the first time with him and everybody else in the band is a breathtaking experience, because you sit down and say, we made that, we created that. Some of my favorite memories while being a mummer. Oh God, this is a tough one. 2007, my first year in costume, I marched with my godfather, my two older brothers, and my father, all in the same band, trying to beat the consecutive win record, which was 4. When we got done at the judging area, my father came and found me, and we were in tears of happiness. We hugged, and it was a great feeling. About 2 hours later, finding out we won for the 5th consecutive year in a row, unprecedented, was amazing. But what makes it more amazing is the fact I did it with my family. 2010 was my brother's Thomas's first year as captain. I also had a violin solo that year as we did a hillbilly theme, and we were going for 8 in a row. Marching behind him all day long, up Broad Street, and then down 2nd Street, as he led the band that whole day, was a great feeling. I was so proud of him. When we found out that we won, not just for the 8th consecutive year in a row, unheard of, right? My brother Thomas also won first prize captain. The band swept the parade. I was so happy that the band won, but I was even more happy for him, because he worked so hard in his first year as captain. And I personally, not just saying it because he's my brother, but one of the greatest captains ever hit the street. Out of his 7 years of being captain, he won 4 times. His first 4 years, he won 3 out of 4 years. He got first, third, fourth, fourth. I really think he's one of the greatest captains ever hit the street. One of my personal favorite themes I've ever done was Polish American's 7th prize theme in 2007, 50 Shades of Hay, a farm barnyard theme. It was one of the greatest times I've ever had up the street. I had laryngitis that day, but it did not stop me from performing and having fun. It was such a unique theme because the farm theme is done often, and we had our own unique ideas for it. We had accordion playing pigs, banjo playing cows, wearing dresses, and a sun hat. It was just so much fun. One of the greatest moments of that theme is the end, when a crop duster flew over the band. The marshals, the prop builders, built this amazing crop duster that flew over the band at the end and got so close to the judges, shooting off an amazing amount of confetti to simulate the crops being dusted. To this day, that moment, that prop, that gimmick, that whole idea, and the theme is still talked about today as being one of the most fun themes that people have ever watched. And in the words of Steve Highsmith, now that's a string band. I would personally recommend anybody to join a string band, because it's not just something you do, it's something you live and love. You'll never find anything like this anywhere else in the world. The Philadelphia Mummers are unique to Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. The home of the Philadelphia cheesesteak. Home of the Philadelphia Phillies, the Flyers, the Eagles, the Sixers. The birthplace of America, where we got our independence, declared our independence. It's here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Mummers are only in Philadelphia, nowhere else. It's one of the greatest things ever. In 2017, it was America's best and favorite holiday parade. And it's something to be proud of, because we are a parade for the people, by the people. We are amateurs. This is supposed to be a hobby, but to us it's more than just a hobby. It's a way of life, and it's a family. So, with that being said, I'm Christopher D'Amore, proud member of the Polish American String Band. Thanks for the memory.